Namaste, Star Family. Welcome back to the Matrix Oracle for a new pick a card reading in honor of this December 21st solstice energy. As I channel some messages, some of you maybe you have watched my live, there was some messages from past loved ones that came forward, some guidance from someone that is watching over you. I got really emotional meditating before and seeing how it was all tied to creating some more space for the next wave of leveling up, of prosperity and abundance that wants to come into your life. So I'm so excited because I'm finally in my home and I have access to my crystals. So we're going to pick according to crystals, and for the ones that want to pick according to zodiac placement, you'll be able to look at that option later on in the timestamps. Okay, so let's look at those pile 1, 2, and 3. We have my beautiful pyrite here, my beautiful heart of jade, and my petrified wood. Love that energy as well. Okay, so let's see what cards we have as a guidance from a past loved one that is watching over you and that wants to support you in the next wave of prosperity for this solstice energy. Okay, so pile number 1, pile number 2, oh, there's here, and pile number 3. Okay, let's look at them together. And we have number 1, the poet. Wow, never pulled that card before. It's beautiful. Number 2, we have the mask. Ooh, interesting. You guys, I channeled about the imposter syndrome, so I am shocked to see this card, which I didn't know either. Okay, with the heart of jade. And then with the petrified wood, we have the crone. Oh my, 3 cards I've never pulled. I love this. Okay. So now let's look at the zodiac placement for those piles. I'm going to move this a little bit up. Okay. And what I'm going to advise, if you have, and you don't need to, but if you have a particular person that is a past loved one that you're wanting counsel from, I would suggest in terms of zodiac placement to pick the sun, your sun sign, if it's a masculine energy, or a moon sign if it's a feminine energy. Okay, I can't see them, just so you know. That's how I'm doing this. Okay. So that's what I received as far as guidance. All right. So pile number 1 with the poet and the pyrite, we have Scorpio, we have Pisces, we have Leo, and we have Cancer. And some of you have been talking more about different types of astrology. If some of you are following Vedic astrology, you could also, again, apply according to those placements. For pile number 2 with the mask and the beautiful heart of jade, we have Virgo, we have Taurus, we have Sagittarius, and we have Aries. Beautiful. And pile number 3 with the petrified wood and the crone, we have Capricorn, we have Gemini, we have Aquarius, and we have Libra. All right, beautiful. I will see you there for your messages. Hi, pile number one. Welcome to your guidance and messages from a dear past loved one. You chose the beautiful poet card with the pyrite energy. And if you chose according to Zodiac placement, I suggested if it's a masculine person you're connected with to choose your sun sign and the moon sign for a woman. But again, if you're not connecting to anyone in particular, this is a higher guidance from spirit. Okay, so we have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and Leo. I'm going to put this aside so we can have a little bit more space. Okay, and connect to this energy. All right, pile number one. There's a lot of creativity that this person wants to support you with. I don't know if it's some of you, it's someone that supported your creative endeavors or pushed you out of your comfort zone with maybe things that you used to fear, to be there by your side, to encourage you. And there's some more, a little bit of a divine push and invitation that this past loved one wants to convey here. Wow, we have the water. Water, it's in another circle here. This right away makes me think of the quantum fascia healing playlist that I have. And I have one in particular, my dear pile number one, that is to remove any type of emotional congestion, okay, and numbness when we're trying to not feel. I'm going to suggest this as a healing frequency to support you, okay, because it seems that if you're experiencing, pile number one, any type of emotional block, and it could manifest something like in your abundance, you're working hard, you're doing the physical actions, the intellectual focus and work, but there's something that is keeping you, and it seems that it's very much in the creative emotional field. So I'm going to give you that frequency. In that frequency, I am actually chanting a Japanese mantra that is a blessing prayer to the water. This is such a powerful energy to tap into. And I feel that that's part of what your loved one wants to share with you, is that maybe there's some tears that need to be shed. Maybe there's a part of you that you need to connect with. And especially, this channeling comes, yes, through the solstice energy, but because we're entering a phase where I talked about this in my live for this energy for the 1221. If some of you haven't watched it, I'll put a link down below for it as well. But I have seen how celebrating ourselves was important to create more space to receive abundance, especially how the currencies are evolving. Your currency is going to be more and more of a reflection of how much light you can hold. And here you have a very wise loved one that can see how this process is going, that forward movement. And it's saying, it's time to release some of the tears, some of the numbness, some of the emotions, purify those waters. Also, because it's going to help you tap into this field that is magnetic and that helps you attract everything that you want. Let's see. Is there something in particular with those desires? There's this whole little pile here. Okay, let's see. As if there is a story to tell. Maybe your story to tell. Maybe they used to tell you stories. Okay, we have the rattle. So this is a shake up, okay? We need to shake. Some of you, that is maybe some body movement. Maybe you need to activate your body to release, do some energy work, yes, through meditation, through sound, but also shake your body because things wants to be shaked up, okay, for you. We have the smoky mirror. Then we have the journey. Beautiful. And then the eagle. Wow. Okay. What wise connection we are having here. I'm so honored. Thank you for, connecting here. Okay. As we were starting the story here, we need to connect to the heart field, your ancestor, and that's actually the gateway for you to communicate with your loved one. Okay. And it's saying, like, maybe some of you, if you had any struggles connecting, communicating with this person, it's saying it's because there's too much emotional fog, with the smoky mirror, you can see, like, when we start tearing, there's like water in front of our eyes, so we can't really see. So there's definitely here an advice from your past loved one to shake up those emotions, to feel them, to heal them, to be able to release this. This is part of your journey, and this is part of what's going to help you have proper vision. And what I mean this by proper vision is being able to see that there's no true separation from the realms, from the realm of spirit and from the physical realm. Yes, that might not be physically materialized, but as far as energy, your loved one is always there. So there's some really strong, almost like guidance towards energy work here to help you clarify, bring clarity into your life, into your journey, and onto the things that you're meant to manifest. And I feel, it's almost like here you have an ancestor, and it's a loved one that I can really feel when I said ancestor, because I feel the weaving of the journey that you have and that they had, and that type of like carrying of throughout generations, and they're rooting, whoever this person is, that person is rooting for you to move forward with your healing journey. Okay, so let's get some more messages here. Whoa, okay. Ooh, the fate. I love this. Wow. Look at this. Some of you, it's written in your, when I receive this, it's written in your stars. The way you allow cosmic energy to flow through you is supporting of you. My album where I have the sound frequency for all the planets is called Awakening the Stars Within. So there's something maybe through this solstice energy that is meant to be shaked up, that means is meant to be awakened. Some type of synchronicity. I feel as some of you, okay, your ancestor is saying that if you're doubting the communication, pay attention to the synchronicities. The number 17 in the wheel of the Zodiac, when you count all the angles, is about synchronicity, and it's in the gate of men. And here we have a journey. You're being activated from the gate of thinking you are just a human body to realizing that you are so much more, and you have an ancestor that wants to guide you through the power of the heart. Okay? So what I love here is that some of you, if you are interested to join us in the Starseed Rise Up, I have a cosmic energy session that activates the gate of man and the gate of God. We have to see yet what this energy is here. So that's something that I'm going to put also for you guys, okay? I'm going to put the gates. Remember this, okay? And let's see what else. I feel this is just the next card. Wow. Milk and honey. I mean, I can't do this better than the gate of men and God. I mean, it's just like here, it's everything that you want. Some of you, if you haven't watched my little live session, astrology session about the gates, that's something that I'm going to put also as far as the live. If you don't see anything up there, please make sure that you go into the video description. I only have a limited amount of things that I can post on the video, so that's why I always make sure that I list them in the description box below. Okay, so here you're being activated on your spiritual journey, and you are highly supported by this past loved one. It's saying create some space, clear out your emotions, move your body, move your energy so you can move the fog of confusion. They are by your side. There's a lot. Look at all this clarity that wants to come. And, you know, everything that you've experienced as far as the feelings from losing that person or how it happened, this was written in the stars to allow this loved one to be also part of your physical journey and spiritual journey. So being by your side through spirit while you're going through this spiritual journey on earth. Okay, so there's wow, I am so happy I have connected with this energy, you guys. All right, let's get an Isis message and guidance here for you, my pile number one. I love the softness. I don't know who is connecting and who is, you know, feeling this connection. I really feel, especially with this is someone that could be a grandparent. You know why? Because of the storytelling, and also how do you say this in English? Oche. In French is oche. It's that little thing that kids hold in their hand and that does a little rattle noise. I don't know, maybe it's called rattle. Okay. But I'm seeing this very, very tender connection, you know, with the child that you are and that you were. This feels beautiful, and I just feel very moved by this type of connection that you both shared. Yes, but we want to, you know, create some space. If that's you and you felt that connection, you know, give me a little bit of a mirror. I will know it's you with this mirror where there's something as a generation that you are sharing. Oh, I know this card. This is about divine sisterhood. I wouldn't be surprised that it would be a confirmation for you as far as a feminine archetype. But if that's not the case, you could have, okay, because I feel it for some of you, which I felt also when my grandfather passed. His legacy, I dreamt of him the night of his passing. While he was passing, he came to visit. And he kind of gave me that whole legacy about knowing about frequency. He was an engineering, but he was also a singer and a musician, had perfect pitch. And I think his father was one of the first person to work in TV station. So in my family, we were very much about sound and transmitting sound, anything that has to do with the machine towards sound or TV. Okay. And I saw this, which I didn't know, but that was given to me as he passed. That whole like big picture. I was like, oh, okay. All right. But why I'm sharing this, because even though this is a divine sisterhood, he was highly creative. He had a very strong feminine energy, even though he was masculine, you know, very handy with his hands and cooking and doing, but his emotional world was very big. So I feel as some of you, you know, it's about the feminine energy that this person represented for you. It feels very feminine, so there's deep love, but there was also a certain legacy of the heart. Oh, wow. Wow. Yes, something like I used to always, back in Paris, I used to always have this dinners and cook for a lot of people. And I know that I got this from my grandfather, was doing this as well. Love to invite people, love to have a lot of people. But so you're seeing there's like a very caring energy for you, pile number one, as far as this legacy. And it is part of your key to abundance. Let's see what the card says now. Letting the divine feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaborations, community, and friendships is very wise. There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contracts decided upon before you were born who wish to help you and whom you can help too, as you grow together in peace and light and wisdom. I love this because I feel called to put this under the mirror. And I feel that through the connection to your heart, my dear pile number one, if you've experienced feeling stuck in situations where people don't see you, don't hear you, don't appreciate you, there's no reciprocity, if there's any type of conflict, tension, feeling that it's not equal, know that the invitation through the frequencies that we've shared, and some of you, again, if you want deeper support and you need to move the energies, because even though we're not moving in my sessions that much, we're moving a lot of energies. You can try also those cosmic activations, but through what I've shared energetically, what's going to happen is that you're going to manifest the relationships that are going to feel like this person that you love so much and that you felt you wanted to connect with. You know, it's like that, yeah, this type of nurture, this type of love, this type of comfort, this type of safety. And I feel that's something that you're longing for, but that's something that is also part of your fate. It's part of milk and honey. This is part of you being able to access this, okay? Some of you, if you feel you want to heal deeper, at a deeper level, if you have like particular heart wounds, and especially with the rainbow here, I'm going to also suggest to you the rainbow frequency. The rainbow frequency I have created to help also for people to connect with their loved one, with the people that pass, because what keeps us from being able to communicate is the amount of emotions that is overwhelming and that is usually lower. And because our past loved ones are vibrating so much higher, we need to be at that level in order for the communication to flow, okay? And usually grief, any type of depression, any type of lower frequency is going to keep you away from that communication. But that doesn't mean they're not with you. Some of you, if there is particular lower frequencies, okay, I'm going to also put the playlist that I have that is called my pharmacy, okay, where you have certain like fears, insecurities, any type of lower vibration that you might be encountering through this process, that you can remove, okay? So I'm going to list this as well, the pharmacy, okay, my dear pile number one. Let's see if there is anything else from your dear loved one as a guidance. Okay, how things are evolving once you address this beautiful energy, because I can see there are people that are meant for you to meet, okay, to collaborate with, to communicate with, exchange with. There's just so much love that feels at the same level and frequency that you have experienced with this loved one. And it's almost like, you know, if you are watching over your loved ones, you would want them to have such great experience on earth. And I feel that for you, pile number one. We have deep knowing. Yeah, there's Definitely, again, connection to the moon, connection to the sun. This might be a portal for you, you know. This might be a shifting season, you know, where you're able to communicate in greater ways, whether it is with your loved one or the loved ones that are on earth with you in your communication with others. I feel this is what, you know, you're going to be able to have much more emotional clarity, clarity and discernment of the mind, because once we clear the emotions, the mind can function better. If some of you felt like you're suffering from fogginess, lack of focus, you might not realize, but my empath out there, being overly resisting to feel your emotions will affect your focus. Some of you needed to hear that. And then we have the never-ending story. Okay, what I love here, especially here, okay, is that they're saying they'll always be with you. They'll always be with you. But there's also a gentle guidance as someone that can see the greater picture, okay? That until you address those emotions, that this particular love relationship can right away connect you to, you know, it puts you right in your heart, okay? Unless you're addressing and shedding those tears and getting back your clarity, your focus, certain patterns in terms of relationship, attraction, you know, for work, opportunities, collaboration, anything, is going to keep on repeating itself. But that is really also about the connection that is timeless with this loved one, okay? This is a timeless connection to your loved one. This is also almost like realizing you are timeless, but your time on earth is precious, and they're wanting to support you and guide you through this process. So that's what I have. Oh, wow. There's so much heart-centeredness from this loved one. I'm just, yeah, I loved it. Yeah. Thank you, pile number one, for connecting with this energy, for allowing yourself to feel. Use the frequencies. If some of you have any questions regarding the music, you know, the things that I have available, you can always email me. I am thematrixoracle@gmail.com. Okay, some of you know me on Instagram. You can send me a DM. Okay, that's what I have for you. Thank you so very much. Please remember to like those videos. It supports the channel to grow. And I will see you soon in the next reading. Namaste. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your guidance and messages from a past loved one. You chose the beautiful card of the Mask and the Heart of Jade. And if you chose according to Zodiac placement, I suggested if you're connecting to a masculine energy, your sun sign, and to a feminine energy, your moon sign. So here we have Virgo, Taurus, Sagittarius, and Aries. We're going to put this aside. Okay. And connect to this beautiful energy. So right away, I can tell you, pile number two, your loved one wants to support you with addressing a certain shadow. It wants you to free you, and it wants to support you with your success, with your abundance. I just cannot not think. I cannot not think of double negative. Ooh, this is interesting. I feel like there might be a connection to the shadow. I cannot not think. Okay, all right. Does double negation eliminate the negation? No, I don't think so. But I just composed an imposter syndrome frequency. Okay, this is part of my super empath playlist. It's an activation series. I did this through 2023. I did not expect in 2024 to have an additional frequency. In that frequency, I am supporting you with triggering the psoas, which is the muscle physically that is a cradle for your womb, for your sacral chakra. Okay, a center of creation. And I feel as some of you here, your loved one, your ancestor, it could be a mother figure, okay? It doesn't have to be, but anything that is connecting to giving birth to something is very strong here, okay? So I'm going to list, if you don't see it up here, you'll see in the video description, because I've had a lot of things to share with pile number 1. So I list them in the video description, but there is here a high focus on your loved one and ancestor that wants you to see your full potential, to tap into your full potential. Yeah, but that's going to require to tap into some of the shadow aspect. And don't be scared about your shadow. The shadow is something unknown. The shadow wants to get to talk to your shadow. It actually will teach you a lot. That's probably one of the greatest master teacher you'll ever have, is your shadow. Some of you, I do feel the presence of Lilith, okay, as an archetype. If that's something that interests you, I do offer Lilith reading. I don't know why, but I just felt that I wanted to mention it for some of you. This is your archetype as far as maybe something that wounded you, that shamed you, that made you feel less of. There's something about the wound of your feminine essence, of your creativity. And that means also what can birth your success. Wow. Pile number 2, I feel a very, there's a lot of strength from that loved one and that person. There's a lot of strength, a lot of knowing, okay? Pile number 1, I feel a lot of love, very, like a lot of emotional love and unconditional love. Here I'm feeling a lot of inner strength, someone that almost wants to support you, to guide you, just almost like a parent at a game, saying, I got you, like, yeah, go, 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 you know, I got you, you got this. Yeah, there's a lot of support. I do feel some of you could be parents. This feels very close to the heart, very, you know, like how we want for our children to be the best, to have the best, to have access to the best. You know, I feel that. Okay, let's see. The mystical shaman. Wow. With the number 38, this speaks of celebration. It speaks of celebration through like marriage, celebrating rituals, things that, you know, get birthdays, you know, all the things that we can do around celebrating each other. And that was a very strong message for this energy and the solstice. If some of you need to watch my astrology live talk about 1221, there's a lot of messages that I feel could support you as someone that wants to, you know, almost like root for you. I do feel that you have, through storytelling, okay, I feel for you, pile number 2, when you also, there's something about telling your story and how your story holds a certain wisdom. Ooh, let's see here. I feel like there's two sides of a story. Yeah, because the shaman's power is to bring higher consciousness through storytelling, seeding, planting seeds of higher consciousness. Okay, the witness for this part of you. And here, the blade. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's something to cut out of your life. Is there, especially with the 38, which talks about ritual, is there an addictive pattern? And remember, I said remember this time, not don't forget. Okay, there's something about a principle that some of you, maybe you need to hear once again, that your brain does not understand the negatives as far as do not forget. It just remembers the main word, which is forget. Okay, so there's your shadow here seems to be wired, okay, with the 38, the ritual, or some type of like addictive pattern of going into a certain worry, a certain negativity, okay? And don't judge yourself here, because I feel that this has a root, and we're going to discover this root together. I do believe that some of you, I mentioned it for a purpose, it could be rooted in your Lilith placement, okay? There's something about, what you experience at a soul level that be connected to why you would come and repeat this pattern. But you have a loved one that feels very strong in that sense. I'm going to give you as an advice for the frequency, I felt it strongly, to work with the removing addictions, okay? That works with your quantum fascia. That's helping your structured water, okay? When we repeat certain patterns of thoughts or behaviors, the water in our body, we're made up of more than 75% of water, okay? The water that is contained in your body start to structure almost like some type of filament, okay? Some type of tissue. And it's even though it's water, it starts to become rigid. So it kind of like locks you in the repetition, the emotional repetition of something. And here with the witness, it's asking you to take the time to make the space for it. There's an invitation to do some shadow work, and my way to do shadow work is really at least to have some frequencies in the background so I can create that space, okay? So removing the addictions for sure for you, as far as the background frequency, because there's a locked in your water, okay? And we want to create that space. Okay, now that we know this, all right, let's see what your loved one wants to support us with. Okay, that's not the deck, thank you. All right. I'm telling you, pile number 2, whoever you're asking to connect with, has a very strong sense of direction, okay? Very strong sense of direction. I'm not expecting anything ever in those readings, but it's just, I am enjoying this presence. Ooh, Treasure Island. Okay, the number 9 in the Wheel of the Zodiac is the energy of love, unconditional love. So there is some very strong loving force, okay? It's almost like it's asking you, in the name of love, do it for yourself. I really feel like a strong request from your loved one. Yeah, in the name of love, do it for yourself. It's interesting. Wow. It's almost like, don't do it for me, do it for yourself. You could be inspired by that person you're trying to connect with. And why did I say trying? Okay, is there something as far as trying? Is there some type of, on earth, is there a romantic pattern that is part of that shadow? Okay, if some of you have a love wound, okay, the advice from your loved one, dear pile number 2, is rooted in some type of emotional repetition pattern of repetition. If you have access to the YouTube membership, the goddess, no, actually, all the levels, okay, you have a frequency called removing X's and hexes. What is a hex? A curse. What is a curse? The repetition, especially just like a spell. You repeat again and again the same words to yourself. And when you do, the same outcome, it becomes an X you're putting on yourself. Okay, so I am mind blown here. You have an ancestor that wants to free you from repeating a certain heart wound. Okay, and they're saying, don't do it for me, do it for yourself. Yes, I'm here to connect with you, to give you this guidance, but unless you want to do it for yourself, do the work for yourself, this can keep on happening. You gotta want to do it for yourself. When you do it for yourself, some magic called treasure is going to open up for you in ways that I feel that some of you don't even realize. Wow. Strong energy. By the way, if it's you, pile number 2, drop me a mask. There's like 2 little masks of theater. Drop me a mask. I would love to connect with you. And you know, if you feel that strong, there's a strong fire. It could be a masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be, because even feminine, you know, it's like there's a lot of yang that wants to come in the name of love. And that's actually something that I was meditating on this morning, or I think it was maybe through the night. Each angles of the zodiac, which is like 0 to 5 degrees of Aries, 5 to 10 degrees of Aries, they all have yin or yang properties. Okay, and what's very interesting is the first angle of the zodiac, so 0 to 5 Aries, is feminine. Okay, the creatrix, the energy of creation is feminine. The last angle is a feminine energy. Okay, it starts with the feminine, it ends with the feminine energy, but the energy of love, this number, okay, is actually a masculine. It's a yang energy, because in the name of love, you get the courage to climb mountains. And I really feel that's something that is part of your message here, pile number 2. And remember, wow, oh my God, like Jade is abundance. Some of you, if it's like the key to all of, I'm not going to say all of your problems, but I do feel it's all of your problems, because it's something that's insidiously repeating. You know, you see how drastic this contrast is. Okay, you're not going to believe how contrasted, like from night to day, you're going to go in terms of your reality. Yeah. Observer. You see, here you have a lot of taking the time to observe yourself, taking the time to bring some space. I have to share this with you, pile number 2. I shared about it a little bit in my live talk for this energy, but I feel you need to hear this. At some point, I really, like, I think months ago, but like I could not stand caffeine anymore, because I was doing such a deep dive in my emotional waters that I could see that the way that I was wired in tension with, you know, almost like fight or flight, or the way I was wired, even though my environment didn't have anything that I had to be worried about, okay? But it was so wired that the addition of caffeine was right away making me jump straight to the same repetition. I could not give myself space with something that always wanted to push me forward. Okay, so I had to quit caffeine, you know, and you know, I've had like times where I went back, but now I'm in my home in the mountains. I can't. Like last time that I tried a cup of coffee just for the taste of it, I had panic attacks, not even like palpitations. Like my heart could not stop just going so fast. I was like, I can't connect to anything in that space. Okay, I felt so disconnected. So I feel that I needed to share this. I'm not a nutritionist or, a health professional, but I'm someone that knows how to tap into energies. And I can tell you the sensitivity, you need to have a strong momentum, a strong desire, like love, to want to heal yourself. But you need also the softness of the feminine that gives space, okay? I really feel that for you. And I have this card here. I don't want to shuffle. I just feel like it's for you. This is the energy of Sekhmet. Sekhmet, in terms of astrology, is connected to Saturn. Maybe some of you, you're experiencing a Saturn return. Okay, maybe some of you are experiencing a Saturn return. And this is a guidance. It's Saturn return. The cosmos is really showing you like you're not a child anymore. You're learning that what you think, you create. What you feel, you attract. So you become your thoughts and you create your reality out of that field. So I feel like there is some strong guidance for you to harness back your power, claim back your power of focus, your power of observation, not jumping into conclusion. And you are highly supported. Sekhmet is a feminine protector of the women and the children. But she's also ferocious, that like she has that strong energy. And I really feel some type of very strong ancestor and past loved one here for you, pile number 2. It talks about the temple of carnelian. It is time to trust in your own boldness and courage, taking risks that feel true to your heart and engaging in practices that make you feel truly and genuinely alive, embodied, and more of yourself. Even if not always comfortable, it's going to help you live the life that you were born to live. Okay, yeah, there's such support for you, pile number 2, to manifest a life that is in alignment with the abundance that you dream of. But the word that you need to address is not working more, is addressing some of those energy patterns that have manifested in more than just energy. So it's like weaving it back, okay? So I'm going to take this one for this because I really feel the energy pattern and resemblance here. And then another card here. This card wanted to be shown. Pile number 2, I feel that I need to spend some more time with you. I feel like maybe that's something that is what your past loved one wants to share, is that you need to create some time for yourself. For the love of yourself. It's please give yourself some time. Yeah. We have Lady of the Stars. Cyrus, okay, we have some frequency here. Cyrus is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom. At an extremely high vibration, she brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. She asks you to pay attention now because something significant is taking place at a spiritual level for you at this time. Okay, I'm going to list for you the Cyrus frequency, okay, in your reading in your pile, Cyrus, because this is just beautiful. Your connection, you might have an ancestor, a past loved one, or your own connection to Cyrus that is very intimate. There's a lot, it feels like there's a lot of power, so you could connect to a past loved one, but that could also be connected to a whole tribe here. All right, let's see what else we have. Ancient power mysteries. The oracle guides you to honor the power of your voice, whether through spoken or sung words, or through what you write, speak about, or stand for, symbolically, but I'm hearing vibrationally. You have a potentially very powerful healing voice, and you are guided to recognize the responsibility that you have for what you proclaim through your voice. I don't know why, but I feel I want to share this with you, pile number 2. I have one tattoo, okay? And it's in the back of my neck on my throat chakra, which when I did it, I did not really think of the association. But it talks about dreaming and imagining, and it literally means it's Chinese calligraphy, Japanese Chinese calligraphy. I think it's Chinese. And it's talking of the power of creation through the voice. And I did not know, but I put it on my voice. So I kind of gifted and cursed myself with this tattoo, because that means that until I learn the power of my voice and Saturn, action, reaction, what I say I create, what I feel I attract, what I think I become, okay, I was going to attract a lot of things by default, okay? And I really feel that some of you, there is this lesson. And if you have certain tattoos, pay attention to what that location could connect to energetically. Is it connected to a chakra? Is it connected to a meridian? For me, I read the meridian and I know what zodiac sign they are. So when I see people's tattoo, I already know what they're trying to trigger. So some of you, especially with the blade, you might have a tattoo here, or some of you, if you were thinking about getting a tattoo, that could be some type of whatever process you're going through with this portal energy of that solstice. It could help you and support you to empower your voice. You can connect to your loved one if that's something you want to create as a personalized tattoo. Okay? Yeah. And then you have the not for you. Yeah, we can be clearer about this energy as far as removing. You see, it's all on that side. Okay? So pile number 2, there's just strong guidance from your ancestor, from your loved one. I say ancestor because I really feel the connection, the weaving between you and your loved one, but also at a cellular level, how it's like it's connecting you to so much greatness and so much power. As much as pile number 1, I was very soft. Here, I feel like almost like so inspired. There's so much wisdom. There was also a lot of love, but it's almost like, especially with Saturn, it's a little bit of a tough love. Okay, pile number 2. Yeah, I really feel that this is like a call for action. Yeah, it's a call for action. So I trust you received everything you needed at this time, my dear pile number 2. I'm sending you many blessings, much love and light. Please remember to like those videos. It puts a smile on my face and it does help the channel to grow. Thank you so very much. Namaste. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your guidance and messages from your past loved one. You chose the beautiful Crone card. Wow, I mean, this is just a lot of ancient mystery, esotericism, hidden knowledge here that I can feel from this pile, or something that your past loved one wants you to attune, to discover, to put the light on. But I also feel the energy of a legacy, because look at how this raven is holding to this Merkaba. Some type of gift that is part of your legacy. The card here, the crystal, the crystal here is the petrified wood. And if you chose according to zodiac placement, I suggested, if you're connecting to a male energy, to choose your sun sign, to moon sign for the feminine energy. So Capricorn, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. Okay, let's put that aside. Wow. I almost felt like the energy of your loved one here is so mesmerizing. Like there's some type of like almost like certain personalities that when you look at them, they're just, you just want to get to know them. They're just like drawn to their energy. And I feel that it could be something of that sort also. That is your legacy, some type of charisma, magnetism that is connected to some ancient gift, some type of lineage. Okay, all right. Sorry. I felt a little tickled here. Okay. All right. Okay. What? Why am I laughing? I don't know. Okay, we'll see. We have the seer. Oh, wow. I mean, like, can you do more mysterious than this? Okay. The soul retrieval. Beautiful. And the moon. You know, it's interesting because while I was laughing, I was seeing all those little dots here, and I was like, oh, it looks like the dark side of the moon. You know, so there's some type of hidden gift, hidden power meant to be claimed back. You're meant to claim back. You're meant to retrieve. That's what part of the guidance from your past loved one through the cycles here, you know, and especially we're channeling energy of the solstice. You know, here it could be a moon, but it could be a sun. There's a lot of yellow. You know, with soul retrieval, I always see more of that sun's energy, the power that we're drawing back, the sun that creates the warmth for the moth, for the caterpillar to turn into a butterfly. I had the moth to the flame that came up when I said moth. Let's see. With the cycle, is there something that you've repeated in this incarnation that took away some of your light? Oh, your light, your charisma, your energy is drawing people in. But I feel there could have been some lack of reciprocity here. So mysterious. All right, let's continue. No, okay. Okay, this energy feels very, again, mysterious, but also, wow, okay. More than I expected. All right. You know, someone, it's almost like it's a strong energy that almost through their vibration, let me try to find an illustration. It's almost like, have you ever seen like an incident with, you're in the kitchen, you're doing something behind your mom's back, and you're not, you know, it's nothing like bad, but it's like something like, I don't want her to see it or whatever. And it's like, you could sense the energy as if your mom has like a third eye in the back, or an eye in the back of her head, and can see everything you're doing. And it's like not even looking at you. Like, so this is the type of energy that I'm feeling, just to illustrate. Some loved one that has access to, and I especially thought about the third eye, the moon, the subconscious. This really feels powerful. Okay. Wow. So you're connecting with someone that is almost helping you being initiated in a certain art. Okay, let's see what we have. The rising sun. A dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you. One of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is won through boldness and persistence. You have been through so much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. I'm going to advise to you, pile number 3, to work with the soul retrieval. Okay, the soul retrieval, that frequency helping you bring back, call back some of your energy. Maybe energy you did not even realize you lost in certain cycles of repetition here. Okay, I'm going to keep this here like that. Then we have the Temple of Lapis Lazuli. Your soul is very ancient and holds the wisdom of star people from civilization with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from a culture based in fear to a love-based community. Wow. You are here on this planet to be you to the fullest extent possible. Then you will help heal human culture so that the planet may thrive. It feels like you have you have an ancestor or loved one, past loved one, that is helping you with the Great Awakening. That it's saying we signed up for awakening humanity, and part of some of your experience on Earth or past lifetime. Okay, because I do feel past lifetime. You need to draw back, dear one, my dear child, back that light to you, okay? It is a process, okay, but you are highly supported. Yeah, it might not be, some of you, it's going to take the time of initiation from the spiritual journey. So be patient with this process. My greatest support to you is when I give you the frequencies, as this is how, when I read things like that, I'm like, okay, well, how do we do it? And plus I'm tapping into many people. So how do we all do it? Through the frequency, I know you can tap into what is meant for you. The wheel of the Zodiac, when you connect to 49, is about altruism and service. Okay, there's a strong humanitarian connection to you through your past loved one. Yeah. Let's see what we have here. The miracle of Isis. Wow. Isis offers a miracle healing. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being part of it, you are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing. Let go and let the goddess be. Oh my God, I cannot believe, you guys, I just finished today a frequency for the YouTube Star membership, okay, for everyone that is part of the YouTube Star family, and it's called the Goddess Way. Okay, this is, and I'm going to explain to you. Some of you, if you're stuck in this, you see there's a lot of things about ending a cycle of repetition and the confirmation that you are getting towards that end, okay? But call back more of your power. This is an opportunist time for you. I'm going to be posting this on the 21st, so you can hear this and channel this when this energy manifests, okay? So I'm very excited about this. You can see for pile number 2, there's a lot of frequencies about removing addiction and removing X's and hexes. I listed them down below so you can have access to this, okay? But for the ones that want to connect with the Goddess Way, let me explain to you what this is inspired from. It's inspired from the concept of the different roads that we are often taking. There is the middle road, which is often the road where it's like the most likely. It's kind of like according to what the soul you know, how it would evolve, that would be the most common. Then there's the lower way. The lower way, that's kind of the way when you're still functioning on certain addiction patterns, repetition, not addressing some of the shadows, the ego, and the patterns. But there is another way. It is the higher way, and this is the goddess way. It's God's way. And I called it the goddess way because it's very connected to your intuition. I wanted to imprint more of that feminine energy, and we can sense here there's a lot of feminine power that wants to rise. And that doesn't mean if you're connected to a loved one that is gender masculine that they don't have this heritage. They could have been born in this type of energy of serving humanity, and whatever they were doing for their life's work, or even the way they were thinking. Maybe some of you, they could have been, oh wow, yeah, there's some Aquarius here, okay? There's definitely some type of dedication to others that is strongly felt for you, pile number 3. Wow. Okay, well, I did not know that I was going to talk about the goddess way just yet, but there we go. Okay, the goddess way, yeah, it's like the highest way. It's like it's not this or that, it's what it is, the higher way. And you know, with what I channel for this 1221 portal, some of you, if you want to watch the live, you can. I listed it down below. We're coming into waves of abundance that are going to be in correlation to how much light we can hold into our physical body. Okay, the more we're going to be able to retrieve light, the more we're going to be able to allow abundance to flow into our lives. And for you, I do feel this is like something that is destined for you to manifest. Okay, I feel like I want to give some space from this. I don't know. There. Let's see. Oh, maybe it wants to give me some indication on that soul retrieval. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. We have the co-create. We have to the sea. And we have a leg up. I can't believe this is like a really a lot in correlation with choosing that road that I said. Like, you know, it's like you're here to create with source, not recreate from a place of repetition of what already has been. You're supposed to do things very differently, and this is what your loved one is trying to help you attune to. You are so supported because whether you realize it or not, with this type of lineage, this is something that is meaningful on a greater level that you might realize, and you might even like say like, I don't even understand, how can that be? But this is like, there's no doubt about it. And if you want more clarity or more confirmation, or you know, like kind of like understanding that this is true, this is real, connect to the frequencies. This is the only way that I'm not wanting to persuade anyone through my words, because even though they are cards, it's a feeling. It's a feeling that you're meant for something greater. And some of you, what your ancestor and what your loved one is saying is that, I feel a lot of people behind you, okay, is that it's meaningful on such a greater scale. If you've always felt like there was some higher mission, they just don't want you to give up, okay? They want you to take the goddess way, the God's way, the way of creation. And you know, I shared with pile number 2 how on the wheel of the Zodiac, every 5 degrees, there's a certain perspective, an angle of light, okay, of awareness, okay, angles of the Zodiac. The first angle, 0 to 5 of Aries, is feminine. The last degrees is 25 to 30 or 29 or 30 degrees of Pisces is feminine. It all starts and ends with the feminine. But just so you know, right after the number 2 is masculine, and the one just before the end, okay, is masculine as well. So there's a very strong alchemy and balance of yin and yang in our creation. But it all starts here. You have a lot of support to work and be encouraged to follow the highway, to follow the path. And it's going to ask you to surrender. That frequency that I created, I actually used the surrender is the portal sonopuncture. So those are meridians, those are acupuncture points that I engineer into the sound. And I use the astral body. So I'm working with the emotional body. So you can work with your magnetic field, the field that attracts everything with ease, with flow, connected to what's beyond just here on earth, okay? And surrendering it to it, okay? If some of you are not yet ready to attune to the YouTube Star membership, okay, you can work with Surrender is the Portal, okay? That's definitely something you can do. But that's... I feel just telling you all of this, so much space, so much relief. If some of you had doubts about your worth, about even your intention, your drive, it is all part of a lineage, a legacy. You are part of a certain legacy. Some of you, it could be part of a starseed family, you know? Yeah. Some of you, if you are interested in booking, you know, a starseed, I don't know, I'll see. Let me see if there is maybe a particular card that wants to come forward. Okay. Yeah, you see, starseed, orphan, not feeling like we're home. Okay, feeling that, what am I doing here? I couldn't find a better card than this one. As far as some of you, if you have that feeling, you might have a connection to a specific star system. I recently added the galactic center, which is the center of creation, which is where is supposedly is the Big Bang. Okay, so that's where we have the gate of God. Okay, that connection to God, and this is a position. It's actually a type of starseed. It's just not well known out there. It's a galactic center starseed, and that connects you to a lot of newer ways, very Aquarian ways to bring forward new technologies, new ways to live, to cohabitate, to build communities. Yeah, there's a lot here. Wow, pile number 3, you kind of like blew my mind. No kidding. All right, well, that's what I have for you. I am sending you so many blessings your way. Please remember to like those videos. It does put a smile on my face, okay? And some of you, I know you like to give me a little emoji because I love to know if it resonated with you. If it resonated with you, drop me a moon. I will know it's you for you, pile number 3, okay? I'm sending you many blessings and much love and light. Namaste.